Round number 5, got a little question-rooney for you guys.
What do you got?
Do you collect challenge coins?
I wish I did. I have a handful, and they're just sitting somewhere, and I wish I had them displayed, and I wish I kept more of them.
Okay.
I look back now. There's a lot of things in the military I wish I had done looking back on it now, because I would appreciate it now that I didn't appreciate at
My
the time.
biggest regret from the Army? Challenge coins, man. Should have done it right. What about you, Jabs? Do you?
No, but I am jealous of people who have really cool ones. I got a lot of cool ones over the years, and I just didn't give a fuck about them. Gave them away to different people that I didn't, because I just didn't care about them. But whenever we went to Seth Moulton's office, and he had his table with the glass top, and it was covered.
Oh, that was
in there,
amazing.
Cool ones?
Damn, I wish I had that. Pretty
Yeah,
sweet.
and for people who don't know, remember Pogs?
Yes.
Back
Yeah.
in the day,
Yeah.
where you would trade and exchange, and they were cool. That's kind of like military Pogs,
I had
or
a
what challenge coins
dope-ass
are.
slammer that had like a light on the inside.
Oh,
Nice.
yeah. And so one of the things, if you go to a bar, and I've never really seen anybody do this, but you see who has the highest ranking challenge coin, because even I believe the president probably even has one. I have one from Secretary of Leon Panetta. I have a challenge coin from, I think is my highest one.
Long time Sully, Leon Panetta.
Brick by brick,
Brick
Panetta.
by brick.
Indeed. But yeah, so these higher ranking people, oftentimes for morale purposes, if they're out and amongst the troops, they'll be like, hey, kid. It's like the guy who gives Tic Tacs in Home Alone. He's like, hold out your paw. Don't explode Tic Tacs. And they'll hand you a little challenge coin. You're like, oh, that's cool. And I get to show proof now that I met this person, and how neat. So a lot of people do collect them. And then units will get their own made. We actually have a ZBT challenge coin that your friend was kind enough to send us after the NASCAR trip, which I keep on my desk. And when I was at the Barstool Classic, these state troopers down in PA gave me their challenge coin to keep in the ZBT area. So yeah, sometimes they're cool. They have meaning, whatever. But this all comes into play with a story that is causing a firestorm on Twitter right now.
No, wait. We're still doing that?
But it involves the Hatch Act. And first of all, what a name. Major Ginger Tate. Ginger Tate. Chaps, you have a Ginger Taint. This is Ginger
Not
Tate.
nice.
Major
Yeah.
Ginger Tate of the
I want to cut that.
of the U.S. Army National Guard Signal Corps took the opportunity to attend Joe Biden's outdoor town hall meeting at Limestone College in Gaffney, South Carolina. Obviously, Joe Biden running for president in the Democratic side of things. Attendance was estimated to be 400 to 500 people, and Major Tate grew emotional while she told her story to Biden. She said,
So, Vice President Joe Biden, my name is Major Ginger Tate, and in 2013, I deployed with 198 ESB out of Delaware, South Carolina, under Colonel James Smithson and Sergeant Major Powers. I was the company commander of the Bravo Company here in South Carolina that's detached. And me and my first sergeant made these coins, and it has every city that my soldiers were in Afghanistan. And I've been saving these coins for 6 years to meet you and President Obama, so that if I ever met you, I could give this to you. And when I saw on the news last night that you were coming, I just had to be here. Thank you so much for your guidance as I took 130 soldiers over and I brought them back, and I'm so honored to have served under your administration and your leadership. And I hope and pray that you will be our next president.
couple problems there. She was in uniform while she said it. And two, even though I collect some, what kind of nerd collects challenge coins? Right? She led 130 troops in Afghanistan in 2013, and Tate presented Biden with the coins that she and fellow soldiers had collected on tour in Afghanistan. Her first sergeant had coins made listing all the cities they had visited on the deployment, so a lot of meaning behind those. And again, she said she had waited 6 years to give them to former President Obama or to Biden, whichever one she got to meet. So Biden then gave her a coin from Afghanistan that he was carrying, and they hugged. Immediately, military Twitter blew their ever-loving minds, and it was from the left and the right.
I love this because a lot of people know, like, we're not, like, we don't really get too political on the show that often.
Right.
But when something like this comes out, they're like, oh, ZBT gonna say anything about this? And they'll
Right.
tag us like we're nervous to say, yeah, this was wrong. You can't do that.
Right.
It's wrong whenever you brought the MAGA hats and you're wearing the MAGA hats in uniform. It's wrong whenever you're talking about you want Joe Biden to be the president whenever you're in uniform. You can't do it. It's simple as that.
Would she have been okay had she not said that last line, I hope and pray that you will be our next president? I think she would.
So.
She would have been okay. How did she just left it at, it was an honor to serve under you? Because as you know, the president and vice president, the commander-in-chief, and then obviously the vice president advises him. That's a normal statement that you can say about any president, regardless.
Actually, I don't think it would because she was at a political rally, so there are political things about it.
Right.
But this goes to a wider issue, I think, in the military. Condon, you're going to have to go to bat here. Can you just tell your people to change their fucking clothes? Just change their clothes.
Right.
Yeah.
In the Marines, we cannot.
She makes that same statement, and she gives it I was in Afghanistan. I led this many people. She hands them it, and she's wearing a fucking Saturdays are for the boys shirt.
And we're all good here.
Nobody cares. It's fine. But
a non-story.
this, wearing your
Just
uniform out in
change your
town.
fucking clothes, man. You don't
Right.
have to go to the movies in uniform. Just bring some gym shorts with you and change your clothes.
Well, I think wearing the uniform was a very calculated move here. It wasn't like she got off work and went over. I think she knew.
It's definitely on purpose. Yeah.
Right,
She's a
she did
major.
it.
She knows. She knew exactly what she was doing.
And
Right.
people are saying this violates the Hatch Act. What? I'm not gonna lie. I was like, what's the Hatch Act? I did not know.
It's pretty wide based, and it's just basically saying that if you're in the DOD, if you're a military employee, a government employee, you can't be involved in political arena, which is one of the reasons why people got upset when President Trump used the July 4th footage as his official campaign. They said that's a violation of the Hatch Act. So you can't do anything political with the military.
I also asked you guys last night this question because I was seeing a lot of this on Twitter too. Well, what about those guys that wore the Trump patches on their uniforms when Trump came to visit? So is that the same thing?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's no good all around.
They
But
probably,
also,
I don't remember.
I think it's the same thing, but I don't understand why other branches of service let you wear whatever fucking morale patch you want to wear.
That's actually kind of interesting, too. I never saw that when I was in, so I think some of our more elite units will do that. They will wear something that signifies...
big time do it.
Yeah, pilots, but also I think pilots, we'd have to have a pilot confirm this. I think they have certain patches that are specific to their unit that are nicknames of the unit. So it's still within their unit as opposed to just a morale patch.
Because it's always been weird to me, whenever I'll get somebody that'll reach out and be like, hey, we love the ZBT logo. We love listening to the podcast. We want to make it into a patch and wear it on our uniform. And in my head, as somebody who hosts the podcast and wants it to be loved and adored, I think, sure. But the military side of me, I'm like, you can fucking do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you do want to wear a ZBT patch, I support that.
Yeah, we definitely.
Because you're not in my command.
I did Google it. So the Hatch Act has been around since 1939 to prevent pernicious political activities by federal workers.
Pernicious canids.
Pernicious canids, no. But it was modified by Clinton in 1993. So if you're a federal worker, you can participate in partisan political activities during off-duty hours.
Right, so if she'd just taken her uniform off, which was probably off-duty,
so that would have been fine, but you can't be going around. But part of the Hatch Act is that you can't use your military status and symbol to promote a certain political agenda.
Which is the reason why Tulsi Gabbard wasn't allowed to talk about shit on this show. It's the reason why whenever Seth Moulton and Tulsi both of them used pictures of them in uniform during their presidential campaigns. It's you're not speaking on behalf of the DOD. Please don't do that.
Right. Yeah. So
By the way,
that's that. But Twitter is just,
Twitter's a buzz. Really... Again, it goes back to what we were saying with Mattis. People just want to dunk and say, oh, this person's wrong. Yeah, we get it. Whatever.
Unless you're putting up a dank meme.
This one was wrong. She was in the wrong.
It's black and white.
Yeah.
It's black and white. By the way, pernicious. Great word.
Such a good word.
Yes.
Pernicious canids, more like it.